Jeff Hall here again today. I got a request based on the Dance Society Internationals. What's that album called? Now I can't even think about it. Internationals Looking Through album. I did a review on it, and somebody requested, "Hey, can you do Seduction?" So, yeah, because I said that on various websites, if you do an album request and I have the capabilities of doing it, like I own the album or I know a lot about the album or heard the album before, then I'll do a review. So I'll do a review for this to answer that guy's request. And this is a review for the Dance Society Seductions collection, the Society collection. It's another part of the anagram goth thing. I've covered this before with Skeletal Family and Alien Sex Fiend, and it's number 6, I guess. Uh, Basically what it is it's a compiled collection of like a bunch of their old recordings and their earlier sound. So you get various sounds on this collection. It's a really good collection. I like it. I don't like the way it plays through. I don't like the order. So what I did is I just when I burn it onto a CD or make a playlist on my MP3 player, I change the order so it just sounds better because the order they chose, it kind of just doesn't go well together. But not to say it's a bad album. I mean, the songs themselves are pretty dang good, and I'll go over those now. Um, One thing I'm gonna say about this album before I do the review is this is their earliest stuff, so obviously they haven't really had a well-developed sound yet. Particularly the singer. The singer kind of changes his voice a lot, does a lot of different things here. Like, I guess he didn't develop his vocal style till later on. And in what's that album called? Heaven is Waiting. It's way more better developed, except I just don't like the poppiness of it. And Looking Through is really brilliant. He does the vocals really good, and he has his own style. And that album, and everybody's really good on Looking Through. I prefer Looking Through, but this is a really good collection. Clock is probably one of the catchiest, if not the catchiest, post-punk songs I've ever heard in my life. It's very, very, very catchy. The vocals are a lot like Human League meets Joy Division meets New Order, I don't know. But it's a very catchy song. Continent is a very dark, creepy, whispered song, and it really showcases the great atmosphere that Stephen Rolling, no, Lyndon Scarf, yeah, that's him. Lyndon Scarf uses on keyboards. And my favorite thing on this album is probably the keyboards. They're very, very atmospheric. Um, These Frayed Edges is another really good example of how creepy their atmosphere can be with the keyboards and vocals. We're So Happy was a single. It's on a lot of goth compilations, so you probably heard it if you're into Dance Society or gothic music as a whole. It's very catchy. It's got thunder in the beginning, like most of your typical goth songs do. Woman's Own. That one's pretty okay, except it's got really fast drums that are really, really good, except I don't know, the vocal stylings on that kind of get on my nerves. Belief is very haunting. It reminds me of The Cure's A Strange Day. It's basically like really dark and moody. I don't know, it's really good though. Ambition sounds a lot like Joy Division, so much to the point where it almost annoys me at times. Godsend is really good. It's probably one of the most gothy goth songs on here. My Heart is a lot like The Cure, and in a way it's cool, but in a way it kind of gets on my nerves and it's a slightly poppy. Uh, Falling Apart is really good. It's got really dark lyrics and biblical lyrics like Daniel crying from the lion's den. Dance Move is like a catchy kind of goth song. Like I can imagine it playing in clubs. Uh, in Heaven Everything is Fine is a very gloomy 7-minute instrumental. It's really good, but it's kind of long for what it is. If they shortened it, it would have been way better. Somewhere is a single, and it's my favorite all-time Human League song ever. I absolutely love it. The guitars, the keyboards, the lyrics, everything about it is just spot on. It's like Rainbow's Man on the Silver Mountain or all the greatest rock songs ever. It's just everything on there. The drums, the guitars, it's perfect. It's like their Seashell Sanctuary. It's a perfect song. And Hide is the last track on there. It's not a bad way to end the album, but I would have ended it with In Heaven Everything Is Fine, just to creep people out. And that's the tracks on there for the Dance Society's Seduction, the Society Collection. It's a good album, but for various reasons and certain songs, I would have put other songs on here, taken some of the songs out, or added more songs. They could have added more songs because they had the space, but they didn't. But all in all, it's a good collection. I would rate it 4.5 out of 5 just because of my various reasonings, but I prefer looking through. But it's a good summation of their early career. It's good. It's good for what it is. It's a good compilation. Except I would have added more songs or taken some of the songs out and added different ones. But all in all, it's pretty decent. But I prefer looking through, and that's for who requested it. That's so if you hear about an album or wanted me to do a request on an album, I can do one if I own the album or have heard it all the way through. Because I'm not going to do a review on something I've never heard, because that wouldn't be fair. Because I wouldn't know if it's good or bad. I would just be lying to you. So I got to hear the album all the way through, or at least own it or something. But that's me just doing the request for the guy that requested it, and I appreciate all my fans and subscribers, and I appreciate the positive feedback I've been getting from members of Alien Sex Fiend, everyday people, people with YouTube channels like Samantha Garcia, and just thanks to everybody that is a fan of mine. And I'll try to do more reviews soon, but it's going to be a while before I do any more reviews. And I'm Jeff Hall, and I hope you like that review for. I gotta look at this again. It's worded weird. The Dance Society, the Seduction, the Society Collection. And I'm Jeff Hall, and I'll see you when I have another review to do or whatever. And that's it.